Great, Mickey. So our topic today is demystifying offshore. So let's dive straight in. And one of the things which I often get asked from clients is, like why offshore? Why invest offshore? What are some of the benefits or reasons for going offshore?
Mark, that's one of my favorite questions to answer. The typical financial service answer is, well, political risk, economic instability, you've got to diversify. But the truth is, it's actually much, much simpler than that. South Africa is a tiny portion of the global market. Investing here means you're really limiting yourself to the exposure of everything that's out there. And then simply speaking, we're human beings, we've got dreams and aspirations, we've got things like we want to go on holidays, we want to send our kids to the great universities offshore, we want to plan nice family trips. These are some of the real basic and actually, let me be honest, real reasons why people should be putting their money offshore. You're going to go on a nice holiday, perhaps you want to go to Europe, you want to go to the US. What better way to hedge your holiday, to save for it, than investing offshore? I spoke about university, you want to send your kid to university. What better way to start saving now, take that risk out, put your money in the right currency. Perhaps they're going to go study in the UK, start saving in pounds. Much, much easier to plan that way, much, much better. So really simple, basic reasons like that. Absolutely, diversification is important. Political risk does play a role, but those are not the real important reasons.
Yeah.
They're just the good old human being reasons.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of fear-mongering out there.
Absolutely.
Some of it valid. I hope the lights stay on today. So I guess the other thing that comes up for me is offshore investing only for the kind of elite with many millions of dollars or euros, and the ultra high net worth individuals as they're known.
No, absolutely not. Look, I think if you think of offshore investing as Swiss bankers with Hugo Boss suits and briefcases, then you're probably stuck in 1980. Let me be honest. The world has changed. It's fast paced, it's open, it's there, it's available, it's free, it's for everyone. And offshore investing is exactly the same.
Yeah.
It's not for the elite few. It's for all of us who have these dreams and aspirations about the goals we want to achieve in life.
And if I was your average client, if I wanted to test the waters on Innate, what's a sensible amount to invest on your platform?
Mark, we don't have a minimum on Innate in terms of a minimum investment amount. Absolutely, we've got a minimum fee. To be honest, and I joke a little bit about this, but for the price of a McDonald's Happy Meal, you can get your money offshore and start investing with us. We've specifically done that because it's all about getting people access. We want to make sure the market can get access. We want to do it in a simple way, in an easy way, in an efficient way. And so we've really designed our proposition around that, making sure that exists and that financial advisors with their eyes closed can execute this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I guess now that my client's keen on offshore and he's understood some of the risks, what are some of the restrictions that South African and the Reserve Bank place on a client? And then once I click through those, how do I actually get my money offshore?
Sure. So as a South African, we all know we've got that first R1 million allowance. You don't really need to get any approvals for that. That's per annum. It could be your holiday money, for example, that R1 million allowance that you're using to take offshore. And then if you wanted to take more than that, there is a cap of 10 million per year, where you would need to apply and get tax clearance on that. And to be honest, if you wanted to take even more than that, you could apply for special dispensation with the SARB, with the South African Reserve Bank, to get your money offshore.
Okay. I know that Standard Bank have a fantastic app called Shift, where I signed up to it, and within a few minutes I'd moved rands into dollars and paid an offshore
really
bill, or I'd moved some money to Innate. So it was really simple to use.
Absolutely. Mark, the beauty about tech, and people think of tech as this thing on the side. It's not something on the side. Tech is a way of making life easier. You spoke about the Standard Bank app. We use a lot of tech in our world also to make the new business process easy, to make it seamless, to make it quick. It's not that cumbersome paper process that people are used to. It's not that, let me go see this offshore advisor and let him demystify this world for me. It's really, really simple stuff nowadays, and you don't need to be afraid of it.
So once you have your money offshore, there's a few different types of vehicles which sometimes I think confuse clients. So let's just step through a few of those different types of vehicles that clients and advisors use to access offshore markets, just to demystify those a little bit.
Sure. If I think of the first one, probably unit trust feeder funds or collective investment scheme feeder funds.
South African unit
South
trust.
African unit trust,
Okay,
yes.
so that's just
absolutely.
rands. Okay.
Correct, just rands. Sorry about that. So really what a feeder fund is, it feeds into an offshore fund. Okay. So the way that works is you deposit rands into your unit trust fund. It takes the exposure on your behalf, externalizes the money using their exchange control, and gives you exposure to offshore asset classes or different investment types. When you want your money back, however, it comes back into the fund, back into your South African bank account. So yes, you've gotten the exposure, but your money's not truly offshore, it's not truly out of the country. Another quite popular method over the last couple of years has been the branch endowment of a South African life company. So what is a branch endowment of a South African life company? Essentially what legislation allows in South Africa for life companies to do is set up an office in an offshore jurisdiction and issue endowments out of that jurisdiction.
Like Bermuda or Jersey or Guernsey.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly that. Really, really nice. However, there's a small little catch to it. Yes, your money goes offshore. Yes, you've truly externalized it, but you're still in the South African net of legislation. Remember, it's a South African life company. It's a branch of that life company in that jurisdiction.
And life companies are governed by the Long-Term Insurance Act in South Africa.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. So they'll legislate limits, withdrawals, what you can withdraw, what you can't withdraw, what investments you can or can't invest in. So that's quite important if you're truly trying to get some diversification and access to the market. What we've done at Innate is we've decided, listen, let's just go straight offshore. Let's not beat around the bush, straight to the point. And we've actually set up a domiciled business in Jersey that's completely out the realms of South Africa, of South African jurisdiction. Your money is truly outside our borders.
Yeah.
So yes, you've got to externalize your funds. And we've got a couple of guys that can help you there in terms of getting your exchange control, your allowance through, etc. But once it's out, once it's invested, no one from a South African perspective can touch or tell you what to do with it. It's
And our
completely
platform's
outside our
domiciled
borders.
in Jersey,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is quite a highly regulated offshore tax jurisdiction.
I laugh when you say highly regulated, Mike, because when you hear the word regulation, you also, in the back of your mind, hear this little voice saying the business prevention unit. Because often that's what regulation often does, or we think of regulation like that. You know, at Innate, I spoke about we're young, we're a new business, we're a fintech business. We've made it really easy using technology to get around that compliance, really innovated around that. So absolutely, you're in a jurisdiction that's rock solid, good compliance, really protects your money, but getting it in, getting it out is easy as pie.
Okay, I'm with you. So I'm a wealth manager. My clients keen on investing offshore. They've managed to move their money out. They've invested on the Innate offshore platform. You know, what are some of the underlying funds or investment options that they may have on the platform?
So Mike, I'm glad you asked. So being offshore may seem quite big because now you've got the rest of really the planet available to invest in. And absolutely, we've got a broad range of funds, a broad range of clean funds. So we're even already before the fact, so that's quite nice.
Okay, so there's no worrying about rebates and whether the
None
provider's
of
keeping
that
them or
anymore.
anything like that. It's completely clean and
Correct.
above board. Okay.
Completely clean and above board.
Okay. As the UK guys say, whiter than white.
Whiter than
all
white.
right.
But the beauty, I think, really, Mark, is the fact that we've taken all of those funds and we've got a really broad range of funds, 600 plus funds at the moment. And we've partnered with the likes of Morningstar really to create a guided or a core portfolio range where there's research, there's data behind it, you know, funds are approved in terms of getting on or off the list. So you can, with ease and comfort, know that you've got this shortlist, you can go there and you can see exactly what it is you need. The other beauty about it is, as I said, that research, that data behind it, man, that's a compliance dream. You've got all the facts there. You know, clients want to know about the funds. The regulator wants to know why you gave advice on a particular fund. There it is. You got the information
backed up,
at
yeah.
your fingertips, backed up. That's it.
Absolutely. I mean, we're really proud to be partnering with Morningstar. I mean, they're not just an investment presence in South Africa. They're also a globally recognized data and analytics team, investment research team, and I mean, it's fantastic that they've managed to put together a guided fund range for us on the Innate platform.
Absolutely. I mean, Mike, this is, you know, the Morningstar shop. This is not a little five-man shop in the corner in a building somewhere researching funds out of South Africa. You know, as you say, this is a real global player, making sure that when they do the research, when they search the market, they really make sure they cover everything.
Absolutely. So if I think about the financial advisor's world, he's able to come on to the platform and pick from a guided range. If he's perhaps an offshore specialist with lots of years of experience and he wants to do his own research, We have tools on the platform that he can perform fund research on and put together portfolios for his clients. If he's partnered with a DFM or a model portfolio manager firm, what are some of the options in that instance?
So quickly, just to touch on the tool, and then I'll touch on the DFM. We've got FinExpress. It's a fantastic tool. You want to get excited about data, and you're a little bit of a closet propeller head. You're going to love this tool. There's some really, really great stuff that you can do, modeling, etc., in the portfolio. The other great thing is the DFM capability that we've created. We've partnered with some of the best out there, some of the best guys in the UK that have had years and years of experience around running model portfolios in an offshore environment. Things like online transactability, online reblending, makes life really, really easy, at your fingertips, executing easily. I keep saying the word executing easy, Mike, but it's so important for me because that's where we've spent the time and effort to make this thing really simple. And giving DFM guys access to this broad universe of funds, and then also the tools to trade and execute around them.
Absolutely. Now, what I really liked about the model portfolio manager capability is that because the software was kind of tried and tested for well over a decade in the UK, we've got that online access and the online functionality which assists the DFM to manage his advisors and their clients' portfolios really efficiently.
Yeah. And I think another thing that's important to mention, Mark, is you talk about DFMs, the tech, etc., is not only the tech, the DFM, the access to the funds, but even all the different currencies that you can run model portfolios. And we've got 6 different currencies, the household favorites, US dollar, GBP sterling, euro, Aussie dollar, yen, Hong Kong dollar. So you've truly got a broad universe that you can work with as a wealth advisor or a discretionary portfolio manager in this space.
Look, it's starting to sound like a no-brainer for me, but I may be a bit biased. So Mickey, on the platform we provide clients and their advisors with sensible tax information so that they can report through to the SARS their relevant tax exposures if they sell investments, for example. In addition to kind of the functional tax reporting, sometimes I get questions around what happens to my estate if I pass away, and what about an offshore will? What are some of those complications, and how do we think about that here?
So Mark, it's quite important to understand that when it comes to that side of financial planning, it's quite unique. What we've done in that instance is we've actually partnered with a couple of offshore providers. Come and speak to us, we can put you in touch with them, and we can really help you and your clients around their very unique situations. Things absolutely are a little bit more complex offshore. I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to hide that away from you, but we've made sure we can help you. We've brought a couple of partners on board and really simplify the process again.
So the fear of some advisors is that if I embark down this path, I'm going to bring extra burden or administration burden into my business. Talk to me a bit about that.
With us, Mark, that's not going to be the case. You're going to see when you use Innate, the technology is going to do a lot of the work for you. The thinking, the design, the user journeys have been thought of to really limit, get to the point, execute, trade nice and quickly. So coming offshore with us is not going to be a burden. It's simple, it's easy. I keep talking about the tech. That's the secret sauce. We really use technology to make life simpler and easier, and those burdens actually become less, enabling you to spend more time doing more things you need to be doing as a financial advisor, which is speaking to your clients, doing financial advice.
Yeah. My favorite part about relieving the administrative burden is actually the kind of exponential impact that you have when you're not, sending piles of documents for every single client to some offshore jurisdiction. So we've thought about compliance on a risk-based approach, and as simple and boring as that sounds, it certainly can 10x your productivity as an advisor in a client relationship, because most of your clients are low risk.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Mickey, for your time on helping us demystify offshore. Just to wrap things up, how would you conclude what we've spoken about today?
So, quick 10-second elevator pitch, Mike. Digital onboarding, really simple and elegant tech that you can use. Reports, 24/7, real time, in touch. Information is there, helps you with compliance. Another thing is our human aspect, or our human touch. I spoke a lot about tech. Yes, we're a tech business, but we've got people. Contact us, phone us, speak to us. We're there to help you. And then maximize your business. use our technology. It's going to 10x things. It's going to help you grow your business. It's going to help you get a bigger share of wallet, and really take you to the next level. Save time, focus on those important things with your client.
Excellent. Sign me up. Thanks, Mickey.
Thanks, Mike.